YouTube faithful and Nerd Nation? This is Lucius Prime coming at you with yet another Transformers toy review. And as you can tell from the intro, this one goes hand in hand with my most recent video as well. Sadly, I don't have Fletch here to help commentate on this one for me, but he'll be back eventually. He's gonna bring over some of his Transformers. That way we can review them as well. So for now, shout outs, Fletch. And as you can tell, this one is Transformers Armada Megatron. And yes, you saw that correctly. I have the legendary Star Saber in his hand. Not necessarily going to review them. I will save that for a separate video. So let's get to it, shall we? And again, here we have Transformers Armada Megatron. What to say, what to say, what to say. I mean, all in all, he is actually a really great figure. I mean, he's nice, he's big, he's chunky, he's heavy. He's everything that you would actually expect the action figure of him to be if you ever watched Transformers Armada. As you can see, again, you know, I have the Star Saber mini-cons with him. Oh, it looks like somebody's arm is out of place. I'll go ahead and fix that real quick. And I also have his personal partner mini-con, Leader 1. Also one of the remakes of the GoBots. Leader 1 happening to be one of the leaders of the GoBots. So anyways, what all else should we talk about? I mean, obviously, like I said, I just pointed out Leader 1. One thing I want to point out that they never really got to in the TV show, but they did make mention of it in the toy commercial. These horns right here on top of his head are actually pincers for whenever he's in his tank mode. They don't really move on their own or anything like that, but they actually are kind of spring-loaded and everything. I believe the original purpose was for whenever he's in tank mode, he's, you know, running down, chasing down the mini-cons and everything, and he could use those to grab them up. In the show, he actually shoots or emits a beam from that, which activates them from their stasis mode. I would imagine, you know, and at the same time, he could use that to actually send programming to them to actually reprogram them to obey him. Now, one of the other features I have to get to right away is his right hand, or excuse me, his left hand right here. As you can see, I mean, he's got movable fingers and thumb, and you see a little black thing sticking out. If you remember from the intro video to it, that's because a Bowie knife comes out of his palm. You're supposed to stick a mini-con right there and slide it forward, and pop goes the weasel. Which they never showed that in the cartoon or anything because, you know, it wouldn't exactly be too child-friendly. I'm guessing that's something they reserved more for the comics. He has an alt mode that is supposed to be activated whenever you place a mini-con on his turret on his back, which you also saw in the intro video, which is supposed to make it move forward to the front, and he basically has all the guns facing forward, basically making a Gatling gun. Now, this guy has so many mini-con ports. I mean, let's try to count some of them down, shall we? Here's one right here, one right here, one right here. You can actually flip this up, and look at that, another mini-con port on the back side as well. I mean, you can see the notch is actually out as well. He's got a mini-con port right here. He's got a mini-con port, not on that leg, not on that side of that leg. Mini-con port right here, mini-con port right here, mini-con port right here where Leader 1 is held, a mini-con port right here. And if you don't think that's enough mini-con ports, well, no problem, because, wait, there's more. Boom, 3 more mini-con ports. I mean, seriously, it's like he's overcompensating for something. I mean, yes, we all know you want all the mini-cons to be the most powerful in the universe and all that, but come on, Megs, you've got to be, like, overcompensating for something. I mean, you're already one of the most powerful Transformers in existence. But all in all, he's actually a very show-accurate figure. The color scheme is perfect. The way he transforms is identical. I mean, they did a remake of this paint scheme recently for, I don't remember if it was for Siege or for Titan's Return or something, or it's basically out of that line. I mean, it looked pretty good, but it's nothing compared to the actual one. I mean, just look at that just very menacing, grimacing purple face. I mean, he's one of the only Megatrons that you can look at, and unless you've never seen the series, you won't necessarily know he was Megatron, but you can also still tell he's Megatron at the same time. It's kind of weird. I mean, he has so many gimmicks and everything, like whenever he's in his tank mode and everything. I mean, out from his legs, as you saw, he has this to flip out whenever he's in tank mode, which basically is a little ramp and everything that minicons can basically drive off of and everything. He's got this little claw that, you know, has a little switch right here that you move that comes out and grabs them and pulls them in. Right here, this comes out as well and opens up. I mean, I think it's supposed to be like a storage container or something like that, but I haven't found any actually minicons that are small enough to actually fit in there yet. But in the show and everything like that, I mean, he actually does keep them in there. Right inside, it actually looks like there's like maybe something in there, like he's trying to grind something up, like a shredder or a grinder or something like that. Much like with his counterpart of Optimus Prime, he takes batteries, he makes sounds, he makes light up. I mean, he lights up, he makes sounds. I don't have batteries in him in order to do that or anything, but I don't necessarily intend on rectifying that. But all in all, he's truly an amazing figure. I love him to death. Let's take a look at his cannon real quick. I mean, I'd rather not shoot it off, but basically all you got to do is just grab onto right here and just kind of squeeze, and the missile fires out and everything like that. You use a minicon right here to make this piece move forward. I mean, you don't necessarily need to, but that's kind of, you know, kind of what the purpose was. Got the switches to make those missiles come out and everything like that. But you know, that's really all about him. I mean, great figure. You know what? As much as I love Optimus Prime, as much as I love some of my other figures, you know, he himself is basic, but I'm gonna actually have to give him a 9 out of 10. Well, anyways, I mean, what else do I have to say about Megatron? I mean, hell, let's even take a look at these Decepticon insignias on his shoulders. I mean, they're not just painted on there or stuck on there. They're actually sculpted into there. You get kind of a 3D effect with it, and it's just amazing. Anyways, yeah, I think that's about all I got for Megs. Well, that's all I really do have for Transformers Armada Megatron. I mean, again, I love this figure. He's really great. I'm glad that I have him in my collection. Not many Megatrons or Galvatrons or anything out there that I want for my collection, but he was definitely one that I've wanted ever since I first came across him. Well, that's, again, you know, that's all I've got about him. I mean, simple transformation, you know, simple figure, but sometimes simple is actually some of the best. I mean, it's some of the most pleasing. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. You know, I'll be coming back at you guys with another toy review before too long. I've actually already started editing some of the videos, so until next time, till all are one.